The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Now, this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning are probably up over 98%.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down now, Cloud. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking for Dotson. He's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
No matter what coverage was called, They were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday night. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short term? It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get the...
He's got him in, complete. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably upward to 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Come on. 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cloud. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down and 8.
At the 45-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Carlson is good. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to...
It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for Washington. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry up.
16-yard line.
2nd and 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Viking 18. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, then we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to throw now on 1st down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off? And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cloud. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Here is 3rd and 5.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw here. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 5-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Go street. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are pouring it on. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rig alert, rig alert.
On play action, they'll throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be taken in by Downs. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cloud, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. This would be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
First down, Raiders.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Okay, ready? Cut 19! Cut 19! Take up!
They go play action here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burnett. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sly on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 47, Raiders 10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the and my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And now off to the races down the right side. Antonio Gibson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Slide for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Commanders 54, Raiders 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on first down. Cloud. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Okay, ready? Dragon 60. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Panther 11. 18 Rattlers.
He'll drop to throw. give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Commanders, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, their slim playoff hopes may have been fully diminished as they dipped to 7-9 on the year. And they will look to turn it around next time out. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.